Hello everybody! Salty Sweet Ran here, back with another episode of the Sims 3 Create Your Cat series. Now, for those of you who don't know, or may be new to the channel, this is a series where I take cats that you, the viewers, have submitted, and I do my best to try and create them based on your descriptions within The Sims 3. These cats can be your original characters, they can be just made up off the top of your head, they can be based on actual cats that you have met or owned in real life, pretty much whatever. And the cats that you submit will later be added to the world of my Warriors Challenge at a later date. I have a few different times when I normally do it, like every 10 episodes, after a gathering, there was like another specification I had. Oh, when the seasons change, yeah. Those are the few times when I start like shifting cats in and out of the world. So when those happen, the cats that you submit will be added to the game. They can be loners, kitty pets, rogues, wanderers, even former clan cats, like the cats who started the whole thing off to begin with. Like always, I do give priority to viewers who have not yet had their cats created within the series, and you can still submit additional cats, but just keep in mind that whatever additional cats that you submit after the first one or two cats will be put lower on the list, like with like a little thing that says like it is a repeat submitter, because I'm trying to give priority to people who have not yet had it done. You're still on the list. It's just I'm trying to get through all the people who have not yet had their cats created. May take me a bit of time to get to yours, but you're still on the list. Don't worry. And as a note, because this has happened already at least once, don't create a backup account just to submit a cat because you know I'm not going to recognize the username. I have caught someone already who has submitted a cat that they, as a repeat submitter, and then submitted the same cat using a different account. Please don't do that. The cat is still in the repeat submissions area where I have all the cats. It just, please, your cat is still on the list. Don't worry. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, as another note, there have been some people who've asked. I cannot create kits within the limitations of how my game is running. For one, there's no option to like select age kit, and there's also, my game also has trouble running sometimes, so I can't really do any of the roundabout ways without my game crashing very, very quickly. So if you want a very young cat, they will have to be like around apprentice age or something. But I cannot have those squeaky little fur balls who trip over their own paws and are so cute. I'm very sorry. So because the game gives me so many issues, I can only create 2 cats at a time as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. I have actually gotten off to a very quick start, thankfully. So let's go ahead and start off with a couple of cats who were submitted by Dizzy Volpixie. Alright, so the first cat is named Icewing. So let me go ahead. What just happened? Oh, I took a screenshot. Did not mean to do that. Okay. The first cat is named Icewing, and she is an ex-clan cat. Don't want the capital N, it's a lowercase n. And she is a Turkish Angora. She is a large, strong she-cat with white fur and sharp, fierce yellow eyes. She has a slightly longer than normal tail. Thankfully, Turkish Angora is one of the base cat breeds that's in the game. It's like way down here near the bottom. But look how pretty that is. Turkish Angora is a very fun cat to play with. I think this is the base that I used for Clay, in fact, along with a few other cats. But it is a fun cat, so using the Turkish Angora, gonna go ahead and make sure that white is solidly selected. She is a large, strong she-cat with white fur and sharp, fierce yellow eyes. I am going to, since I do normally like to give the fur like a little bit of a pattern, I'm going to sort of kind of make this slightly, not like a pure white, but still white. Like, you wouldn't know it. You would just look at her and be like, oh, that's a white cat. So she is still same white cat, just with like a somewhat different marking. And I might do like some kind of ripples like along the side as well. Or like lower the opacity. Gonna pull this up and make this like even a little slightly darker. Gives it for a slightly more textured look when I do this. Gonna also pull it onto the opposite side as well. It's very subtle. Like when I move it around, you don't notice that there's like a marking unless like I'm actively moving it around. You're like, oh, there's something different with the fur. But other than that, she is still just a very, very pretty white cat. White cats are very simple. I just like to give them a little something extra. I may also do like some additional like white markings just so she can pass them down. Like on the face, I'll go ahead and like do something like a white chin that'll be like the same base color. I'm also going to lower the opacity so that none of this like goes over any of the other markings. We can do like paws that are different colors. Or not different colors, it's still going to be like the same white color, just... These are just like markings that she can like pass on if she were ever to have any kits. And let's get a tail going. Why not like stripes? You can't really see the stripes, but they are there. And let's get like the underbelly to also be kind of this whitish color. That'd be fun. Okay. So we've got these so we have very subtle markings that you really can't notice. Her fur is already very fluffy and long, the way that Turkish Angora should be. Gonna put her fur density like to about here, perhaps? This is where her fur density was before, after all. It just doesn't show up unless you kind of slide it around a little bit. Maybe I'll actually pull it here? Probably. Let's see. She's got like... I'll probably give her like more long fur than long cones, slightly. And I think that's good for her coat. So let's go ahead and start messing with the body shape. She is a large cat, it says. She is a large, strong cat. So let's go ahead. And where is my cat size? There we are. Let's go ahead and make her a large cat. Where's my body thickness? We can make her a little bit more muscular as well. There we go. She is a large, strong cat now. I'm probably going to remove my leg scale sliders because I never use them. She has a slightly longer than normal tail, so let's give her a slightly longer than normal tail. Like so. And what color were her eyes? It says yellow eyes, fierce yellow eyes. So let's go to your eyes. Kind of got that more serious looks to make them look very fierce. Let's see, we can pull that more towards like a yellow here. Brighten that up, put it like more solidly yellow right there. Green we'll pull towards yellow. Less yellow, less green, more yellow. And these little flecks, gonna brighten up and put very solidly like in the yellow. That is a very pretty cat. Turkish Angora, a plain white cat is typically gonna be very simple, but she is very pretty regardless. Strong, fierce cat. She's awesome. This probably was not very long at all, like, eh. But anyway, do I want to do anything else with you? Not that I can tell. I might actually... Let's see, typically with RiverClan I actually make them a little bit longer. Not often, like body length, I can like pull that out just a bit. I can also adjust the chest scale and stomach scale, so make the chest like a little bit bigger. And if I pull in the stomach, just a tad, like not a ton. It does like give a very like subtle change to the appearance, to kind of the build, so you can tell like she definitely looks like she does have like a stronger, like a, I don't know. I don't know words when it comes to like how cats are built or people are built. Okay, so her personality. The description is, Icewing is rather prickly to the other cats and definitely has a sharp tongue. She is quick to unsheath her claws and has a relatively short temper. She is proud of her abilities as a warrior. She claims to seriously dislike her sister, but secretly she would do anything to help if her sister ever needed her. Not that she would admit it, she has a reputation to uphold after all. She is loyal to the few that she lets inside her heart and will do anything for those she cares about, even being loyal to a fault. She has the capacity to care deeply for cats, it's just a matter of getting past her icy exterior. So, right off the bat, I feel like because of the sharp tongue, quick to unsheath her claws, and the short temper, aggressive is one of the first things. But loyal to a fault, friendly, does not work, so I'd have to find something to get around that. I would say playful, but I'm not sure. It does, like, right off the bat, does say she is proud, so we'll go ahead and do that. But then, I may use playful to kind of negate some, like, the more negative parts of aggressive, and because I cannot do friendly if she's also aggressive. The whole loyal to a fault and she will do anything for those she cares about would have been friendly, but there's no alternative to friendly that I can see. So I'll go playful, because it is the only other alternative I can find. Let's give her a slightly lower voice, perhaps. Alright. This was a very fast build for a cat, but that's totally fine. So, you were submitted by Dizzy. That's the wrong character. Full Pixie. There we are. So, that's Icewing. Now let's go ahead and start working on her sister. Alright, as you can see, someone reminded me earlier that I saw a comment on the episode where I created Stream Spots and Bandit Stripe. I hope I remember their names correctly. Someone left a comment saying, "Oh, if you do related cats, why don't you just hit the create a twin button?" I forgot that was a thing. I completely forgot about that. Regardless, that's what I'm doing now, so I can create Frostfeather. Being related to Icewing, she would have a similar build. She would still be a Turkish Angora, but I don't have to completely do it all over from scratch now. However, I'm going to go ahead and go into her coat and change up a ton of the markings. Because it says that Frostfeather, whereas her sister's a larger cat, Frostfeather is significantly smaller. She is a small, petite, white she-cat with a long, wispy tail. She has ice blue eyes, and if you look very carefully, she has very pale silver, nearly silver blue, markings on her body and face. And she is slender and sleek. So those subtle markings are already... If you heard that, my cat just ran out of the room for some reason. I can remove most of these, or I'm actually going to, for the sake of this, giving her like a more sleek appearance, I am going to change up a ton of like the colors of these markings. Kind of pull that a little bit more towards the bluish area. Gonna lower the opacity on that quite a bit. These as well, gonna be pulled a little bit more towards blue. And this. And I'm gonna go ahead and take all of the... That was the wrong layer that was put on. There we go. And I'm gonna take like all of these and make them white. And after that, I'm gonna start doing more like the silvery blue markings. So if you look closely, she's gonna look like a lot more of a pure white than her sister, I suppose. But also with kind of like some very silvery bluish coloration as well. So let's go ahead, go up here, and let's find some fun markings we can do to be kind of silvery bluish color. Cat eyeliner is always a fun one to kind of mess around with. If I make it white, but also kind of pull it just subtly towards the blue, and kind of darken it a bit. It does, like, you can't really see it that well, but it is there. That also gives a slightly different look. Or, this one's my favorite variation, personally. But I think I'm gonna go with this one. Gonna kind of just stick with that one. And let's see, there's other markings we can do as well. And I'm gonna lower the opacity on that. Normally, here's a fun fact. This is the coloration I normally use for like some Star Clan cat markings, like little freckles that appear like as stars or literal stars. I typically like use a similar color as this. So I'm gonna do a little less blue in there. Like, it'll still be blue. Let's actually put that at something. Apparently, I accidentally hit the numlock key. That's fine. Doesn't change too much, but it is still a little bit more in the bluish zone. Lower the opacity. So it's still there, it's just not quite as noticeable. And we can also do more markings like on her body, it said. So I might go into like the full body marking option. It's more of like if you look closely, I could do something like that perhaps. But I can also still make it like a little bit more subtle. Like you don't see it unless you're actively trying to find these markings. Or if the light hits her just right, you know? Like this would look a little bit more like this normally. But with the lighting the way it is, it's a little bit different. I kind of like that. It's subtle, but it kind of works. I like that. And let's see, one of the first things it says, I'm gonna actually shift her to be a little bit more long-combed rather than just long. And make her fur density like a lot more sleek, because it does say she is slender and sleek. So whereas her sister is muscular and strong, let's go ahead and go into the body shape now that we're doing this. Her sister is large, muscular, and strong. She is small, petite, and slender. So let's go ahead, go into... Let me first like decrease the cat size. So that is a normal size cat. Where is body size small? It says that she is a petite cat. we're going to want to decrease her body thickness as well to kind of go along with that. This is going to be quite a size difference, I can already tell. Chest scale we can actually kind of pull up a bit. I'll do the same with the stomach scale. Pull that up a bit. And it says that she has a long, wispy tail, so I'll go ahead and give her a very long tail. Like that. The eyes I definitely want to change. Eye shape. We can rotate the eyes somewhat as well. And she has light blue eyes, it says, yeah? Yeah, it says she has ice blue eyes. So let's go ahead and get kind of an icy color. Like that. Would actually be better like right in the center. This color can be a little bit paler, perhaps. That color can be like right on the edges, and this could be like an almost white. Or perhaps more of a blue. It works. Those are some very pretty eyes. I feel like I need to make her ears like a little bigger for some reason. Her ears are already pretty big though. Maybe it's because she's a smaller cat? I don't know. Eyes are already pretty large. Maybe I'll make her nose a little smaller. I don't know. There's something that makes me like want to alter something, and I don't know what it is necessarily. Ear position height? I don't know. You look a little like a rabbit. Oh well. Actually, let me see this. Let me see the difference. So we have Icewing, and we have Frostfeather. Okay, if you look at them side by side, you would definitely see the color differences, but other than and the size difference is also pretty huge. Maybe I shouldn't have made you quite so small. I'll go ahead and fix that a bit. You're still a small cat, but you're not quite that small. I'll like take you like right up. Okay, so I'm gonna take you to more about there. And then switch between you and you. Okay. It's good enough, I suppose, and you would not have the same traits, so let me go ahead and remove all those. So, Frostfeather. She is a Turkish Angora, whereas I already read her appearance. She is actually a former medicine cat of River Clan. Normally I wouldn't do that, but since I don't think I put one in the world, or have one listed, it would work. And besides which, by now the clans have been going on for a while. Like, it's been like 2 full seasons. By now, whatever remains of the clans around the lake, they will have been rebuilding. There are still probably going to, they still exist. So I'm gonna say that I'm going to allow the former medicine cat for now, but in the future I'm not going to have that be a thing. Just keep that in mind. But anyway, Frostfeather is wise for her younger age. She is pretty patient with elders and kits, but her sister knows something no one else does. Frostfeather has a secret, perhaps related to their mother who rests in StarClan. She is not outwardly aggressive, but has the potential to use herbs to her advantage, and often makes it her purpose to know every herb in the vicinity where she stays. She's friendly and gentle at the front, but be careful not to get on her bad side, or perhaps some deathberries will find their way into your prey. So she seems very friendly and sweet, but she definitely has like a darker side. So I'm gonna go ahead and put genius right up there. She's not outright aggressive, but let's see. What else works? She's very wise. She knows. She is not outwardly aggressive. Has the potential to use herbs. Also makes it her purpose to know every herb in the vicinity. I might put. Would I put Hunter? I'll put Hunter because, just in case, it does like help. I mean, technically the medicine cats do need to have some hunting skills so that they can like exchange the items that they collect for herbs. Would I put independent? I kind of want to put independent. I think I will, perhaps. Or maybe I'll put quiet, actually. Like, she's like keeping secrets. She's patient with elders and kids. It kind of fits, and I'll give you a somewhat higher voice. All right, and you are still submitted by Dizzy Volpixie. So we have Icewing, and we also have Frostfeather. A pair of sisters who apparently have some secrets going on. That'll be very interesting to incorporate into the world once they're added, if they show up. But anyway, yeah. So these are the cats I'm creating for this episode. If you enjoyed watching, please go ahead and hit the like button and leave a comment down below with your thoughts if you have any. Or if you have any cats that you would like to submit, go ahead and leave the cat's name and a brief description of their appearance or personality in the comments below. Appearance and personality, because I kind of have to do both. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Stay safe out there, friends.